G'day and welcome to Aussievision. I'm Mike.
I'm Dale.
We're back for Eurovision 2018 season.
We are indeed, and December 1 is the date today, and that is officially outside of quiet season, and we are into national final season, aren't we, Michael?
Oh, it's exciting.
And
all the national finals are coming up.
They are. With the first one, we've got in about 3 weeks' time. Festivali Kungus?
Kingus.
I don't know what it is.
Which part of the Balkans you're from. Yeah, but Albania kicks it off on the 21st. So, and then we're up and running.
And that's it. I don't think it really depends which part of the Balkans you're from. I think it means if you're not from there, you probably can't pronounce it.
It's probably true.
Well, a lot has happened since we've been... Last time we sort of did a podcast, it was a couple of months ago, and there's been quite a bit of news in that time.
There has. A lot of countries have kicked it off early this year, haven't they?
Yeah, but what about us?
Yes.
I think we were big news.
I was going to say, let's start with Australia.
Yeah.
We're back.
They let us in
Yeah,
again.
They have, yes.
I reckon, and I feel like people are accepting of it now. Like, there wasn't so much backlash this time. I think there's they're just accepting we're there. We're not leaving the party. They're not calling security. They've allowed us to stay.
I agree. I think whatever opposition, there tends to be less and less every year now. Hence why I think EBU are a bit more confident to call it early and say, hey, you guys are in, and it works for us. We get a chance to plan and really get the best artists and the best thing we can do.
Yeah, much earlier this year, isn't it? Yeah. Normally we have to wait till 28, the year itself.
Exactly. You were sitting there chewing our fingernails in January going, are we going to even be there?
Exactly.
Well, we're there.
Fantastic. And also... Dami actually had a victory.
Oh, yes, she did.
Yes,
and a big win for Australia. Yeah, the OJ Song Contest.
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know about OJ, they are. The OJ acronym is actually French, so we're not going to say it, but it's the fan clubs around the world, and they do a contest every year. Of every single fan club nation gets to choose a song from their nation from that last year. It can just be a pop song. Yep. And we sent Dami, obviously going for the Eurovision, former alumni.
Did we? Yeah. I mean, did we send it just because it was Dami? I think it was, to be honest, I don't know, wasn't my favourite song that we nominated, but...
It was a good song.
It was a good song. It did better than I thought.
Yeah, I didn't think it would win. Yeah, it won.
It beat... Who did it beat? Clean Bandit?
Yeah, that Brockabye song from the UK, and Kygo from Ireland. Is it Kygo?
Came third. Kygo
so, we had a win, because we came second last year with Delta Goodrum with Wings.
So, hey, we're off to a winning start for this sort of season. Good stuff. Well done, Dami.
Well, other than us, there's been lots happening way earlier than normal.
Yeah, we're getting names. We're getting artists announced.
I know. How many? Four. There has been 4 artists done in that time.
Yeah.
And I can hear your notes rustling there, so you're getting all ready for it.
Our podcast wouldn't be complete with dodgy sounds in the background. But we've already had Finland, Belgium, Azerbaijan and Netherlands all announced their artists.
Yeah, and look, the thing is, other than we'll get to some, I didn't really know a lot about most of these artists. We just did a little bit of viewing recently about some of their performances and what they're like. Maybe we'll have a little chat through them.
Yeah. So let's start off with Finland, because I think she's the big name that's been announced. It's Sara Aalto of X Factor UK fame recently, but already a UMK participant 2 years and runner-up 2 years.
Yep, exactly.
So definitely not a unknown name in the Eurovision sphere.
And she's got that UK appeal. They'll know who they are, and a lot of people watch UK X Factor.
It's currently being shown here in Australia that whole season. So she's got recognisability all over the world, or all over Europe and Australia. What do you reckon? What was your thoughts?
Well, she's got a voice on her. Her X Factor audition where she did Chandelier, an amazing song, a hard song to sing. Did her own version of it, very much so. You wasn't trying to just do a karaoke version of See Yourself. Stunning voice, amazing, absolutely fantastic. And some of her performances through the X Factor, she had to do a couple of different songs. What I will say about her, she does an amazing ballad, and probably could do a mid-tempo song. I don't think she's going to be sending an upbeat bop, because I think she might struggle a little bit doing that. I think her voice is perfect for Eurovision. A little bit West End, Broadway, stagey. I did kind of feel like she's a bit that Frozen, Ice Princess Disney. So
she always wanted to be a princess.
Well, that's it. You can hear it in her voice. So I think Finland, they've not made the final for how long now?
Oh, well, I think the last 3 have bombed, haven't they?
Yeah.
Or haven't made the final. When I say they bombed, but they haven't made the final. So
I'm calling it now. She's going to make the final.
Oh, geez. We haven't even had the song yet.
I know, but I reckon she's going to make the final.
Look, I concur. There's something about her. She's incredibly engaging straight away. That was one of the things I noticed from her X Factor UK stuff. I'll agree. This needs to be a ballad. I can't see her doing an up-tempo rocky number or anything like that, or a dance number. But yeah, I like her voice, and I like the way she can just be a little chameleon with her image. You know, she can be a blonde, she can be a brunette, she could be the ballad princess, she could be the rock chick. There's something about her that really does sort of tick all the Eurovision boxes.
Maybe she's a bit of a Finnish Ruth Lorenzo.
Oh, yeah, well, Ruth made the top 10.
Yeah,
so,
she could do a ballad, she could be rocky.
Look,
you know.
I'm interested to see. Obviously, they turned UMK on its head from selecting artist and song and just said, "That's it. We're doing a Sarah final where they're going to choose the 3 songs for her. She's going to perform all 3 on the night, and then the public and the judges will pick." So that's a big change for Finland.
I think it's a good change. I mean, I'm going to miss the likes of Club Le Purse from last year.
Who wouldn't?
But I think they've done the right thing. They had to change it up.
I agree, and they're throwing it caution to the wind and giving it a crack. So yeah, let's go Sarah.
Very quickly, poor UK, they kind of wanted her, and she went.
There was
Finland.
a rumour, wasn't there, that she may perform for the UK, and then within a week she was announced to be performing for Finland.
I'm happy to report rumour as fact.
I wouldn't spread malicious gossip myself personally.
All right, who else has been released?
So I guess Belgium. She was actually the first. Belgium was the first. It's Laura Grossenecke.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, Grossenenken.
Yeah.
Look, from my first impressions of her and having a look at some of her back stuff, wow, she's got a beautiful jazz and soul quality to her voice. And just harking back to Sarah, I actually think a little more sort of sultry soul to her voice.
There was more authenticity.
Yeah,
in her voice,
definitely. I'm interested to see her. Apparently, she's a lead singer from a band, so I'd like to see how she's going to hold the stage by herself and capture that audience. But for me, just what I've noticed, it's going to be all about the song for her. Yeah, she already said she's not dancing, she's not moving around the stage.
I like how honest she was. She's like, there's one thing I won't do is dance.
It's dance, fair enough.
You know, maybe if you sort your thing like Dami couldn't
play your
dance.
strengths, exactly.
Walk around the stage a bit.
Dust off the Dami plinth. Maybe Laura's going to be sitting on a plinth. I don't know. What were your impressions of her, Dame?
Oh, look, I think she was really likeable, and I think she's a very authentic musician and artist.
Yep.
I don't think Eurovision's the right thing for her.
Oh, you have doubts?
I have big doubts. I think there's a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to Portugal winning this year, and to a lesser extent, even Ukraine. So we've had 2 years of non-kind of Eurovision plastic, in inverted commas, songs, but songwriting.
Robin Benson's on the phone. Yeah.
But that authentic kind of like it's all music and whatever. I think there's going to be a big change, and pop Eurovision is going to come back in a big way at Portugal this year. That's my prediction about winner, or at least doing well. There's going to be a lot of people come out, as every year happens. Like we had all the female ballads last year after Dami and Ukraine, and this year we're going to get all these authentic musicians.
Yeah,
and it's just not going to work.
43 authentic musicians.
Yeah,
it's not going to make for much of a show.
I think it'll have to be a cracking song, and I think Belgium's in danger of not making the final after some really strong performances the last few years. I can't see this. I can't see this too. But you know what? I don't even know what the song is.
Exactly. And I think for her, and I mean,
she's very likeable.
Yeah,
I like her.
She's very likeable. I think for me, if she's going to capture people's imaginations and hold that stage, it's going to have to be a big song, and she's going to have to do really well here.
Yep.
This is, of course, the Flemish year for the Belgian broadcasters, as they take it in turns between the French and the... So, at the French side, it seems to do very, very well. So... Big
shoes to fill
for Lara here. So let's hear the song and let's have a bit of faith in Belgium. We always do.
So next, Azerbaijan.
Yes, Azerbaijan. They're doing an internal selection, as they generally do all the time, don't they? We've got Aysel. I'm just going to call her Aysel.
That's how she goes as.
That's her performing
like a shirt,
isn't it?
From Azerbaijan.
Yeah. And the first thing I've written here is jazz and soul voice. Oh, I sing a theme here.
We are seeing a theme.
Oh, Salvador, what have you done to us? I'm seeing jazz and soul. Very lovely voice and stunning looking woman.
She's gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, goodness me, she's going to jump through that camera. From looking at some of her back stuff, we can expect a sultry soul song, can we, Do?
Yeah, well, I think the one thing I'll say I'm disappointed in Azerbaijan, not because that Aysel's not a great artist. The last few years, Azerbaijan has underperformed for them. And at the grand final review, I was like, Azerbaijan are going to come back next year and go really strong, because they were constantly never outside the top 10. They were like 3rd, 4th, 5th. They won it. And then the last few years have been 14th, 15th, like 17th, 18th.
Not that we didn't love Dihaj. I loved Dihaj.
No, but like totally, we love the songs. But you know, if they're not getting that, I was like, Azerbaijan want to perform well. They do this to really show themselves off. And the fact that they've kind of chosen this, I find very unusual. I think the only thing you could possibly see with it, if they go for a really sort of Eastern sounding song and give us something to work with a little bit, there might be a bit of a rescue there, and maybe sing in native tongue a little bit.
Oh my God, I was going to say, I've written here, not likely, but I would love to hear her sing in Azeri.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, but then again, they've always sung in English, haven't they? I think so. Azerbaijan entry has been in Azeri.
But do something a little bit different. I'm glad you knew it was Azeri. I would have said Azerbaijani.
I do my homework, Dale.
I know, you are the note keeper. I just go with the...
So we can't really imagine her doing an upbeat number. She's not going to come out and do it better.
No.
You know, Love Wave. No.
I think we've got a similar story from the one before, but a potential that they could end up throwing something there. It's Azerbaijan. They'll throw something at it. Yeah. Azerbaijan.
I mean, she looks like an amazingly talented lady, so I'm looking forward to her.
And the last one.
The Netherlands. We've got a former runner-up coming back. Waylon, who of course was famous with the Common Linnets, or Common Linnets, whichever you want to call them. Not really sure. He's back. He's been announced. What are your first impressions on that one, Dale?
Well, you know, I love my country music. Yes, so I was, out of the four of them, I was most excited that he is coming back. Not that I was like, oh my God, he's going to be amazing. But I'm like, I love the fact... I love seeing country in Eurovision, and there were so many country songs in the national finals the last couple of years, and they're never quite getting there.
Yes.
Most of them failed miserably, actually. But you know what? I think the biggest thing from him is that he is actually can hold himself on his own. We've watched some of his past stuff. He just can't come out with a slow number like he did last time, because everyone's just going to go, oh, he's doing the same thing. He's got a bit of a voice on him. He probably needs to do something. If he's going to do country, he needs to do upbeat country, which he can do. Or maybe he'll surprise us and do something a bit rocky.
You mean like sort of Dower Bob, sort of upbeat country? Would you call that upbeat country?
That's poppy country.
Yeah,
you could still go bluegrassy and be a bit like...
you know, that's kind of what I'm expecting. Maybe they're going to completely do something different, but I'm expecting some bluegrass country.
Think like a more country version of Mumford & Sons kind of thing. Do you know, like that fast, that tempo.
All right.
Yeah, he needs to do something like that. And I don't know enough of his album stuff to know if he does that or not. Because if he comes out with the same kind of thing, it was their chemistry that worked so well for them.
Yes, it was. The Common Linnets worked because it was a good song, really, really good song, and it was really wonderfully shot and performed. And then you had the two of them, and they worked off each other. Now we've just got Waylon. Is he going to be able to hold the stage and capture that? I'm not really sure. Seeing some of his stuff, he can certainly sing, and he can sing pop.
He can sing pop.
So there's. I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to be bluegrass country, but I would suspect it's going to be.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. It'll stand out.
Yep.
It could flop. It could go mid. It could. It's
I don't know. I got a lot of confidence in the Netherlands, even when they like. Look at Dower Bob, he made it through. Last year the girls were really, really good.
Fantastic. So, they've had 11th and 11th. Let's see how they go next.
Yeah, well, look out.
Yep, pressure's on.
We're picking an 11th for Waylon. Maybe not.
Okay, those are the next ones announced. I mean, it's probably going to be Albania next, but we'll wait and see. Who knows?
Some more internal selections coming up.
Surprises that keep
Australia,
coming.
we're doing an internal selection, but we won't announce ours until March.
Yeah.
We never do.
You reckon?
No, we never do.
See.
Just a week before.
Well, there's been other big... I mean, the biggest thing that's really happened recently, Junior Eurovision.
And it was good.
It was good. It was
I didn't mean to sound surprised.
To be honest, like the last couple of years, even this year, we're like, are we gonna really get into Junior Eurovision? Yeah. And then we kind of got into it a bit late, and then by the time the final came around, you were singing all the songs.
Well, yeah.
And you're still singing the songs now.
I listened to the soundtrack on Spotify many, many times before the show. I've got to say, the quality of the show this year was fantastic.
Good on Georgia.
Oh, they did a magnificent job.
How was that stage? I love that stage.
Yeah, I don't even want to. I'm not going to talk about Malta last year, but compare Georgia to what was dished up at Malta last year. This was cracking. Yeah. Take a bow at Georgia. It was a really
the first 30 seconds of Georgia outdid the entire Maltese show from last year.
No weird dances in the background.
Oh my god! And Australia got 2 hellos.
Yes.
Hello Australia.
Hello Australia. No, so it was, I really enjoyed Junior this year. I thought the standard was very, very good.
Very mixed, wasn't it? It was a bit like, how do I judge a little girl singing about her tree versus
Don't touch my tree.
who's like 6 holding a doll,
Yeah.
and then in the crowd, and then you got a 14-year-old mature
Russian power ballad.
singing about divorce and
With
broken
some
family
sort
and
of sea of backdrop thing going
How do
on.
you compare
Yeah,
that?
I know. It was a really diverse bag of things. I got to say, personally, I think the winner deserved it completely. Well done, Russia. But Australia,
Third.
podium.
Yes.
Third.
Whoa.
Keeping up our run of top 10s, never being out of a top 10 in junior or the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yep.
And I've got to say,
Our second podium.
smashing job, Isabella Clarke.
Fantastic.
Yep.
I think finally we came in with a more age-appropriate song.
Yes.
Which I think I'm a little bit miffed at the jury votes because I mean, like, I thought Russia was too mature for this,
Okay.
and I think people have been punished in the past for mature songs, and I don't think they did punish them.
Yeah, it's an odd one, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
they keep changing up the format with Junior Eurovision.
Just tell us what you want.
Yeah, and I definitely would agree. This was our most appropriate Junior Eurovision entry by Australia. We were trying to find our feet. I think we were a little bit too old the first time. Second time, I don't really know what was going on there. And the third time, I think we hit nail on head, and it showed.
Brilliant.
Third in the juries, third in the public.
And
vote.
only just lots. And also, it really goes to show, I think, that, you know, we got third in televote. I think, not Russia,
Yeah.
but it was mainly Eastern countries as well.
Mainly Eastern European
And
countries.
online, where I thought we were going to get so disadvantaged by the online factor.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought, well, you know, we don't have a huge amount of people who will be probably following it.
True.
We're not over there in Europe the time it's happening. But it turns out that most people couldn't vote online anyway.
Well, I guess that's the big talking point out of Junior Eurovision, wasn't it? The whole online voting. The first time the EBU have tried it, and I can see why they're trying it. Certainly online is the way of the future, one would think. Interesting way they did it, opening it up 2 days before the actual show.
The rehearsal shows, that was stupid.
Yeah, what was those clips? I don't think they did anyone any favours.
No,
Look at me dancing in front of an empty stadium,
Yeah.
pretending I'm really loving it. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was a little miffed. And then also there was obviously problems with the 15-minute window that they opened up after the performances.
Yeah, the site was down and people couldn't vote.
Exactly. It was
And I think they
live.
got 300,000 votes, which I don't think, to me, sounds like a lot of votes.
Not straight after the show.
Yeah.
No. So, look, I mean, I could see where they were going with it. And obviously, you're going to trial these things. You're probably going to trial them at junior before you even introduce it to the ESC. So, yeah, look, stuff needs to be ironed out there.
It's put back online voting for a long time because they can see how that would imagine that happening in Eurovision.
Oh God, no! People's heads would explode.
Oh, my
but
God.
I guess one good thing about what I found from the online voting is perhaps people prior were saying, "Oh, Poland and Russia are going to absolutely storm this online vote," and it didn't happen.
No,
it didn't happen.
The Dutch one.
The Dutch. Well, the Dutch boys were like interesting. They certainly were well internally promoted. That's been well and truly, internally within the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So obviously the Netherlands people got out and voted, and I guess they had appeal throughout the whole junior Eurovision
Yeah,
world.
I guess maybe kids are like that.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's very hard to judge because we're adults.
Exactly.
We're grown men.
I thought they were okay. I thought Netherlands were okay. I wouldn't say they were the best, but
Yeah.
So I thought a big tick for Georgia and a really successful junior Eurovision for Australia as well. So
brilliant.
well done to everyone.
And well done Russia for winning after
Yeah,
it's been a
congratulations
pretty,
on you.
and
comeback.
interesting that they got to compete. But anyway, that's a whole other topic.
Leave it alone.
And I was very impressed with Georgia. I didn't like him beforehand. He sang it brilliantly, and he deserved a second place.
Yeah. No. All overall, big tick.
Yeah, loved
Big
it.
tick.
Loved it.
Big tick.
Okay, well then, so we've got to go through the main news, and we're introducing a little thing that we're going to do now. We're going to try and do pretty much around our weekly, or maybe if it's a bit quiet, fortnightly show for leading up to Eurovision, going through national finals, and we're going to look at each week and think what's gone well and what hasn't gone well, and a bit of a douze pois, nil pois.
A bit of a hit or a miss, huh?
Hit or miss, exactly. So we'll give us we'll both choose our hits, and I think we kind of might know, but just might not know what each other's going to think is whether they're hit or not. We might disagree.
Yeah.
So what's your douze pois, Michael, this week?
Douze points for me. I'm really liking the vibe around the whole Portugal ESC already.
Yes.
I think it's just you couldn't ask for a better lead up at this point after all the issues perhaps that surrounded Kiev.
Yep.
Portugal, Kiev, sorry. As Portugal seemed to have their act together. They were very decisive about where it was going to be.
Yep.
The buzz around what's happening with tickets, and they seem very organised. Tickets, oh my God, what a scramble that's been.
We were super lucky to get in the fan ballot in our Australian OJ1. We were like number 25. I think only about 30 or 40 tickets got released to the Australian fan club, and we were lucky to get them for the whole week. So we are definitely going to be in Lisbon, and we're going to be at every bloody show.
Juries and shows. So look out.
We're very excited about that.
So I'm very excited to be on the ground, really, in Portugal. It seems like it's going to be a massive Eurovision.
Oh, God, yeah. The queue for the tickets last night was 20,000 in the queue for it, and from the sounds of it, people who were at 900 didn't get tickets. Jeez. So there was people having like 5 things open at once. There's probably about maybe 10,000 doing it, but that just shows the popularity. And I've heard people going who'd never even sort of mentioned going to Eurovision before. It's in a great location. What do you think about the logos and the branding? It's had mixed reviews.
Look, I'm all for it. Yeah, I like it. I like that whole all aboard thing. Yeah. I mean, Portugal has a rich maritime history, don't it? No, it does.
I like the shell.
It does.
I like the seashell.
I like it. Portugal has been associated with seafaring all around, for centuries.
All right, sort of history lesson.
I know, but the same token, I love it. It works for me. I like everything about it so far for Portugal is ticking boxes.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a great party. I think it's going to be great atmosphere. I want some med pop going on. I want some good old med pop. I love me some med pop.
Cyprus, bring us a couple of bangers. Yeah.
We want a bop.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, my douze pois goes to Macedonia. Oh, sorry. FYR, former Yugoslavian Republic of Macedonia. Oh. It is so good because, look, a couple of months ago, very unlikely that Macedonia was going to be competing next year.
That's true, yes.
And I think that the fact that they are going to be competing is amazing. I hope there's no last minute withdrawals. But
hey, hope all the checks clear.
Yeah, but you know what? You kind of think, what are you doing at Junior Eurovision when you can barely afford to go to Eurovision?
That made me kind of scratch my head a little bit.
But anyway, it's really good. I really hope they're there. They always bring something a little bit different, so
not necessarily always great, but always a little bit different.
But I hate when a country drops out because of financial reasons.
I agree.
So it'd be good to see them back.
Yeah,
I hope they're in our semi-final.
I'm happy. I'm happy to see Macedonia back. That brings us back to the 43. We're back to the 43.
I think so.
Which is the most we've ever had.
So yeah, good on. There we go.
Good to see them back again.
Right, on the downside, who's your nil pois?
Nil pois for me. I've got to say this. Nil pois for me is the San Marino national final thing that's going on.
What is going on?
Exactly.
I don't really know. Can you explain?
So basically, just to break down, San Marino have opened up their national final to the world via the internet, so you can put your song or video into selection anywhere around the world, and they will shortlist people down, and from there they'll come down to 10 contestants and find someone to represent San Marino.
Okay.
The issue I have is Eurovision is supposed to be representing your nation. It's supposed to have some element of your own nation in it. I don't know how some DJ in Peru or whatever, or New Zealand, who's given a song to San Marino could possibly represent San Marino in some sort of cultural sense. Look, don't get me wrong, obviously modern Eurovision, yes, we have Swedish songwriters that write songs for everyone and blah, blah, blah. This just screams of desperation. Is there nobody in San Marino where they've obviously done Valentina to death, but is there nobody in San Marino that they can go to? Is this where we're at? Doesn't work for me.
I like that they're there, and the thing is, they probably need to do something different. Like, it's cool that they have a look. I like when little micronations get to go. The thing is, at least they're not doing a Luxembourg and buying artists to come and perform, which they didn't. I don't think anyone ever did well who was actually from Luxembourg, but they've won it the third most times. So
they're basically buying them. These people are basically selling themselves.
No, they're not buying them. They're being
reversed.
Desperate.
Yeah, I know. There's just something that doesn't sit well. Where's the San Marinese in this? Where's the soul of it?
You're being a bit. I think when you're looking at a country like San Marino, you got to they've got to do some different things about it. They're an American, for them for last year. Do you know?
And Australians have performed for the UK and other nations before. So look, I don't know. I just think there's something just doesn't.
I think you sound like a cranky old man there.
I
actually.
do. Damn you, internet.
You must have like via the World Wide Web.
Yeah, exactly.
They're surfing the net. So, my nil poir goes to Sweden.
What?
I know.
Dale?
I'm not happy.
Why?
They rejected Alcazar.
Oh, is that it?
No, it's because okay. Number one, this would have been their sixth attempt of going into it. They have come third 3 times. They pretty much had almost announced themselves on Instagram that they were going to be in it, and apparently at the very last minute they were booted out. Come on, you would have had a buzz around them being in it. You would have had interest. Okay, they probably won't win, and they're a bit of a slight novelty act in a way because, you know, like they're not serious. Crying at the discotheque is just like running around in animal heads.
How dare you say Alcazar's not a serious musical act?
But why not just have them in there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess it's an interesting one, isn't it?
They would have had a cult following, and it's not going to... Melody Festival is still going to be brilliant.
They probably would have been the biggest name.
Maybe they're worried that they'd get chosen and they really want to come up with something really good and strong.
And
the juries would have killed them though anyway.
And the flip side of that, Margaret's in Melfest.
Totally. Yep.
Yeah, so that floored me. I'm really I'm stoked. I really want to see how she goes.
Oh, okay. Mr. San Marino can't have another nation, and Alcazar is being booted out for Polish Margaret. Yeah. What are you? Are you a Brexiter or you are
I'm not really
a Remainer?
Sure. I'm not against other people being in national finals. What I'm really interested to see, what if she wins and she goes on to represent Sweden at Eurovision? Margaret from Poland represents Sweden. Oh, head scratcher.
No, I don't think she'll win it. I don't think she'll win it.
Yeah, we'll see.
But anyway, I'm Devo that Alcazar have been kicked out. It was within their 6th chance. I think they deserved a go. Yeah. They've come close so many times, and I think that was harsh.
I think they would have added something to it. Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. Totally. Which definitely would have made some headlines on the internet.
You know what the main guy from Alcazar set up? The reason why? The song was too good. I can't. They're bound to release it as a single. I want to hear what this thing is like.
I can't wait to hear it. I'll be like, it's too good.
Well, maybe we will hear it next time we come around and do next week or next couple of weeks.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's going to be plenty going on, so you'll hear from us on a regular basis. From now on.
Yeah, it's all systems go now.
It is.
Bloody exciting.
It is, and you can catch us on I guess our most prominent one is our
Twitter.
Yeah,
we're not really doing much else at the moment other than Twitter. So get us at we're at Aussievision Net. At Aussievision Net.
Yeah, on Twitter.
Don't forget the little net at the end. So, but we'll be doing some more stuff. We're getting back into it. Bring on 2018. And thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, we're already excited. We're into the Eurovision season.
Yep. All right. Cool. Well, see you later.
See you later, guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.